Okay, be honest with me. How many of you think that ancient wisdom about money is just a bunch of hippy-dippy, money is the root of all evil nonsense? Like, if you want to be a good person, you need to live in a shack and eat lentils for the rest of your life. Yeah, no. Plot twist. Some of the wealthiest, most financially savvy people in history have been following principles from a 2,000-year-old book. And I'm not talking about get-rich-quick schemes or crypto bros. I'm talking about actual wealth-building strategies that have stood the test of time. And here's the thing. The Bible actually has more to say about money than almost any other topic. And spoiler alert, it's not what you think. These aren't communist manifesto vibes. These are practical, time-tested strategies that have built generational wealth for thousands of years. Today, I'm breaking down 5 money principles that are actually in the Bible, validated, fact-checked, and translated into language that won't put you to sleep. These aren't just feel-good platitudes. These are strategies that actually work. So stick around, because your future self is literally begging you to watch this. And hey, if you make it to the end, I'll show you exactly how to apply this stuff without having to sacrifice a goat or whatever. Reason number 1, the hustle is holy. Work is not a 4-letter word. Well, actually it is, but you know what I mean. Real talk. Most people think the dream is to work your butt off for 40 years so you can finally retire at 65 and do nothing, watch TV, play shuffleboard, die of boredom 3 years later. Here's what blew my mind when I actually looked at Genesis 2:15. God created Adam, gave him a job in the Garden of Eden, and then made Eve. That's the order. Work came before the fall, before sin, before everything went sideways. Work wasn't the punishment. The punishment was that work got harder. Big difference. This means that meaningful work is literally baked into how we're designed. I've seen this play out time and time again. People who retire with nothing to do often end up depressed, gaining weight, and driving their families crazy. Meanwhile, people who continue doing meaningful work well into their 70s and 80s tend to be happier, healthier, and more fulfilled. There's actually research backing this up. Studies show that people who retire early without a plan for meaningful activity have higher rates of depression and cognitive decline. Work isn't just about the paycheck. It's about purpose, contribution, and staying engaged with the world. And the fix? Stop viewing your career as a prison sentence you're trying to escape. Instead, ask yourself, what kind of work would I want to do even if I had all the money in the world? That's your North Star. And that's the work that'll actually build wealth and keep you from turning into a couch potato at 67 years old. And drop a comment below. What's the hardest or most bizarre job you've ever had? And I'll go first. I once had a summer job where I had to shovel sand all day, every day in preparation for concrete slabs. Fun times. Let me know in the comments. Reason number 2, family first isn't just a bumper sticker. Your first investment portfolio should be your own family. All right, controversial take incoming. 1 Timothy 5:8 says that if you don't provide for your family, you're worse than a non-believer. Yep, you read that right. Not taking care of your immediate family first is apparently a bigger problem than you'd think. But here's where it gets juicy. I see this all the time with people who are out there trying to change the world or donate to every cause under the sun while their own family is drowning in debt or stressed about bills. And I know someone who is donating $500 a month to various charities. Noble, right? Plot twist. Their spouse was secretly stressed because they had $40,000 in credit card debt and no emergency fund. They were basically lighting their house on fire while donating to the fire department. And fast forward to now, they paid off the debt, built a 6-month emergency fund, and now they're donating again. But this time without the financial anxiety. And get this, they're actually giving more now because they're not paying $800 a month in credit card interest. Let's do the math. $800 per month in interest for 12 months is $9,600 per year. That's 96 Chipotle burritos. Actually, just kidding. That's actually 960 burritos. Or 3 months of mortgage payments for most people. The principle? Secure your own oxygen mask before helping others. You can't build generational wealth for your family if you're broke trying to save the world. Get your house in order first. Then you'll have the resources to make a real impact. Now, reason number 3, Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Ancient portfolio theory. Yes, really. Ecclesiastes 11:2 says to divide your portion to 7 or even to 8, for you do not know what disaster may happen. In modern English, diversify your investments, dummy. This was written thousands of years ago, and it's the exact same advice that wealth advisors give today. The wealthy understand this. They have money in real estate, stocks, bonds, businesses, and a couple of side investments. If one tanks, they're not eating ramen for dinner. But here's what I see all the time. Someone gets a good job at a tech company, gets stock options, and suddenly 90% of their net worth is tied up in one company's stock. Living the dream, right? Wrong. This happened in 2008 and again in 2020. Entire life savings wiped out because everything was in one basket. Think about Enron employees. Many had their entire 401k in Enron stock. And when the company collapsed, they lost their jobs and their retirement savings simultaneously. That's not diversification. That's financial Russian roulette. And the fix? Spread your investments across different asset classes, index funds, real estate, maybe a side business, some bonds if you're feeling fancy. The goal isn't to hit a home run with one investment. It's to consistently get on base with several. Now, reason number 4, get rich quick is get poor quick. The lottery mentality will destroy you. Proverbs 28:20 hits different. Whoever hastens to be rich will not go unpunished. Translation: if you're chasing quick money, you're about to learn an expensive lesson. And get this, Proverbs 13:11 says, wealth gained hastily will dwindle, but whoever gathers little by little will increase it. That's not just ancient wisdom. That's literally how compound interest works. But nobody wants to hear that because it's boring. Everyone wants the crypto moonshot, the penny stock that goes 10,000%, the business idea that makes them a millionaire by next Tuesday. Meanwhile, the people who've been boringly maxing out their 401k and Roth IRA since their early 20s are quietly building massive wealth. Let's say someone starts investing $500 a month at age 25 with an average 10% annual return. By age 65, they'll have over $3.1 million. That's not sexy. There's no Instagram story about I contributed $500 to my retirement account today, guys. But fast forward 40 years and they're set for life while everyone else is still chasing the next GameStop. Here's where it gets interesting. According to research from the National Endowment for Financial Education, 70% of lottery owners go broke within a few years. 70%. They get rich quick and then get poor even quicker because they never learned how to actually manage money. The principle: wealth is built brick by brick, not in one lucky swing. Stop looking for the shortcut. Start doing the boring, consistent things that actually work. Your future self will thank you. Your present self might cry a little. That's normal. Reason number 5, save like Joseph, the guy with the coat. The original emergency fund, this is called the Joseph principle, which sounds like a disease, but it's actually better. It's the original emergency fund strategy. Here's the story. Joseph, yes, the colorful coat guy, becomes second in command in Egypt. God shows him there's going to be 7 years of plenty followed by 7 years of famine. So what does Joseph do? During the good years, he saves 20% of all the grain. Everyone else is partying, spending everything, living it up. And Joseph's over here being a buzzkill and storing grain. And then the famine hits. And guess who's the only one with food? Plot twist, everyone who thought Joseph was crazy now has to buy grain from him. They spend all their money. Then they sell all their livestock. Then they sell their land. Then they literally sell themselves into servitude. All because they didn't save during the good times. This is exactly what happens in modern times. 2008 financial crisis, people lost houses because they had no emergency fund. 2020 pandemic, people couldn't pay rent after 2 weeks because they had no savings. According to a 2023 Federal Reserve study, 37% of Americans can't cover a $400 emergency expense. That's like one car repair, one ER visit, one broken phone. We're conditioned to spend everything we make because you only live once and you can't take it with you. But you know what? You also can't eat if you lose your job and have zero savings. You can't pay rent. You can't keep the lights on. And the fix? During your 7 years of plenty, translation, when you have a job and income, save like crazy. Aim for 3 to 6 months of expenses in an emergency fund, not 3 to 6 months of your desired lifestyle. 3 to 6 months of actual survival expenses. Then, when your personal famine hits, job loss, medical emergency, car breakdown, you're Joseph, not the guy selling his house for a bag of grain. So, all right, what's the right way to use these ancient money principles? Here's your action plan. Number 1, find work you'd do even if you were rich. This isn't about passion, it's about purpose. What would you want to contribute? Start moving toward that, even if it's just 30 minutes a day. Number 2, get your family finances in order first. Emergency fund, debt payoff, basic investing. Only then start giving to others. Put on your oxygen mask before helping your neighbor. Number 3, diversify across 7 to 8 different investments, index funds, real estate, maybe a side business, some bonds. Don't put 90% in one company's stock and pray. Number 4, set up automatic savings today, not tomorrow, today. Have 10 to 20% automatically moved to savings and investments every paycheck. Make wealth building boring and automatic. And number 5, build a 3 to 6 month emergency fund. This is your Joseph grain storage. Keep it in a high yield savings account. Don't touch it unless there's an actual emergency. And no, a sell at Best Buy doesn't count. Number 6, review quarterly. Set a calendar reminder every 3 months to check in on your progress. Adjust as needed. This isn't set it and forget it. It's set it and check it regularly. Remember, these principles have built generational wealth for thousands of years. They're not sexy. They're not going to make you a millionaire by next week, but they work. And your money should be working for you while you sleep, not the other way around. Look, I get it. Following ancient wisdom sounds about as fun as flossing or eating vegetables. It feels slow, it feels boring, and you'd rather be watching TikTok. But comfortable doesn't make you wealthy. Consistent makes you wealthy. Boring makes you wealthy. And let me tell you, being broke at 65 because you chased every shiny object is way more uncomfortable than being disciplined at 35. So stop being a financial grasshopper partying all summer. Be a financial ant. Okay, that metaphor got away from me a little bit. Just follow the principles. Future you will thank you. Current you might need therapy, but that's what the emergency fund is for. Covering therapy after you realize how much money you've been wasting. And if you want to learn more about building wealth, check out this video. Now stop watching YouTube and go set up that automatic savings transfer. Peace be with you, and may your wealth compound faster than your excuses.